Chiefs, they lost again. I'm in a new place today, folks. I've just moved house. There's stuff everywhere. Hopefully I can get a decent setup in this place, but for the moment, she's a flag hanging in the background with me whiteboard. But more impressive than my new digs is that Highlanders performance. Goodness me. It's another comeback from the death, just like last year. So the Chiefs are on one heck of a losing run. It's another game that they've thrown the lead away, but to be fair, the Highlanders took it. You can't just say the Chiefs threw it. But anyway, I'll go through some of the key events of the game, the stats, and you guys can let me know your thoughts on how this one went. Started with the Chiefs penalty, 3-0, looking good. Jacobson was actually looking pretty dangerous from number 8. He did concede a penalty early, which Josh Ioane missed. Although they did get another one in front. Both sides were taking it pretty quickly. They both wanted to tap and go. They wanted to keep the pace of the game really high. Waikato was doing that. Weber was doing that. So it was quick, and the ref was quick to the penalty count early. It was like 7 penalties in the first 13 minutes. So penalty every other minute. It was, and we stopped for at least 2 minutes to kick goals, maybe 3. So yeah, the penalty count was coming thick and fast. D-Mac kicked another one in front to make it 6-3. Ioane had a really nice restart, which just went not straight into touch, but one bounce into touch, and Wainui had left that one alone. So momentum was kind of neither going one way nor the other early on. Hunt had a line break at one point, gave it to Nadeki. D-Mac put him into touch, but that was maybe an ominous sign of how things might begin to go for the Chiefs, because Nadeki is going to feature big time later on in this game. What else happened? Low, though, stripped Whakatava at one point. Weber put a nice little chip into the Highlanders 5-metre line. So, like I mentioned, it was kind of ebbing and flowing. Neither side was really able to dominate early. But then the ref was busy with his cards. Highlanders get what I thought was a yellow card warning on 19 minutes, but it was actually a straight yellow card to Tompkinson for a bit of cynical play, shutting a ball down after the Chiefs were kind of hot on attack coming in from an offside position. Chiefs didn't waste any time. They went for a scrum. They went like 2 phases, and Jacobson scored on the second phase. So ALB had gone close, and then Jacobson just next phase went over. So top stuff, 13-3. Chiefs were offside though in the next kind of set of phases, so it gave the chance for the Highlanders to kick 3 points. 7-3 during the yellow card. It's actually looking pretty good for the Chiefs. Not good for the Chiefs, good for the Highlanders. They've just conceded a try, but they've scored a penalty, taken some of the clock down, so it's not looking too bad. But the Chiefs doubled down, man. Jacobson got a huge line break. He offloaded. Highlanders conceded another penalty. Chiefs called for a scrum. And D-Mac ended up getting a try. They had advantage again. I was thinking the Highlanders are probably lucky not to get another yellow card here, because the ref was calling to his ARs or his TMO, like, what's the number of that, what's the number of that? But then D-Mac goes over for a try. So didn't really matter anyway. So it's suddenly 20 points to 6, yellow cards 14-3. I've got to put my daughter in her bed. She's in a new room, so she needed a bit of dad's comfort, if you want to call it that. A hug and a kiss goodnight, you know what I mean? Make sure she's safe in her new bedroom. She's still only a little girl. But when I come back, bloody Dixon's coming off the field yellow carded. Hardly saw what that was for. I think for another offside. Someone will have to tell me, but it was that quick. Chiefs went for touch. They mauled it. But then somehow, again, like craziness happens, because it looked like Bryn Gatland went for a little chip, but then the Highlanders charged it and regathered it, and Nadeki just screams length of the field and scores what the commentators called a 14-pointer, and it kind of was, because it stopped the Chiefs scoring down one end and the Highlanders scored 7 down the other. Jonah Lowe almost got him, but not quite. He dived early to make sure his momentum carried him over the line, even though he was getting tackled. So, good start for Nadek, his tries, because he was going to get more, but that was a proper highlight reel one. So 20 points to 11. They missed the conversion, but it's 5 points during the yellow card for the Highlanders. So they're winning the period where they're down to 14 men. which is pretty decent. The Highlanders had another penalty, a hard kick, but they still went for the post, at least to run the clock down, but they missed it. It was short. And there was, I think, one more moment where it could have been like a penalty. Was it like a loose pass that went really high and one of the guys caught it, got tackled in the air, and the commentators were like, "Ooh, that might be trouble," but I didn't think that one was going to be trouble, and surely enough, it was not. Anyway, it's half time. 20 points to 11. Chiefs are still looking pretty good value. They've had 58% possession. They've had 57% territory. They've had 272 run meters to 193. Remember, half of those are Nadaki's break for the Highlanders. Defenders beaten is 19 to 4 at half time. It's all Chiefs. So the Highlanders are probably doing pretty good to be on that scoreline, to be fair with that intercept. Tackling is at 92% to 78. The Chiefs are dominant. But then the second half happens. The Highlanders are back in their maul again, which didn't seem like a great move. But then the second attempt to kick the ball on a touch, Whakatava ends up getting a try. He dummied, was it Weber? Yeah, he had a little step, went over for the try. Highlanders definitely look better when they play it and don't just keep it tucked in the forwards. 20 points to 18, suddenly game on. And then a few minutes later, 52 minutes, they get another one. Frizzell gets a try. Nadaki, he gets caught. He beats Weber. He's got a break. He beats Weber, and then he offloads to Frizzell. So the Highlanders go in front, 32 points to 20. 21 answered points. Oh no, there's another try. Nadaki, goodness me, man, Highlanders too many tries. Nadaki, it's from a scrum. They get the ball to Nadaki. He beats ALB, puts the hammer down, and it's another try. That was the 21 answered points. 21 unanswered points. Unbelievable. That's 32-20. The previous try was 25-20. The Chiefs did manage to break the flow down with a penalty to make it 32 points to 23. That's their first points of the second half. But then Nadaki went over for his third. He beat... it was Hunt that beat a tackle and then passed a big pass to Nadaki, who managed to dot down in the corner. Great try, 39 points to 23. Crazy game, man. I wasn't sure what I was watching. Nadaki did beat Jacobson on 73 and offloaded, but the Highlanders knocked it on, so there could have been another try set up by that man. And we saw the first captain's referral this week. I think it's the first one. Aaron Smith referred some foul play on Josh Ioane, and sure enough, one of the Chiefs guys kind of led with an elbow as he was falling, so back for a penalty. Bonus point win for the Highlanders. Unbelievable. Their run over the Chiefs goes on. The Chiefs' winless run in Aotearoa goes on. Run meters 446 to 382. That's the final, so Chiefs still end up with more. Possession, though, evens out 51-49. Territory 47-53, pretty close. Defenders beaten is 27 to the Chiefs, so they still get the lion's share, but then the Highlanders are up from 4 to 16 in that second half, and Nadaki finishes with 9. So more than half of the Highlanders' defenders beaten. He was on absolute fire. Clean breaks is 9-8, pretty even. Offloads 14-5 in favour of the Chiefs. So the Chiefs are still offloading like a lot. But yeah, tackling finishes 85% for the Chiefs, 79 for the Highlanders, which is not that great a number, but that's the number you care about. They made 120 tackles to 90 for the Chiefs. Penalties conceded is 13-10, so a few more to the Chiefs, but doable. Nana Satoru finishes with 104 run meters, 10 defenders beaten, but Nadaki 195 run meters. Unbelievable. Weber is 1 from 5 with his tackles, which is pretty poor. Sam Kane's 15 from 16. Josh Dixon's 12 from 14. Nadaki 3 tries and a try assist. Crazy, crazy stuff. What did you guys reckon, man? Good game, certainly pretty entertaining. Limited crowd, remember, only 700 people could attend with the COVID restrictions, but those are being relaxed as of Sunday morning here in New Zealand, so we should see a few more people at the Sunday game, but we will see. I'll see what I'm going to do with this place. I don't know what the sound is like. I don't know what the light is like, but anyway, I've moved. Most of my stuff's here. I'm going to sleep on the bloody floor, more or less, airbed, because they've got no bed here at the moment, but hopefully I should get a bed tomorrow. Happy days. Take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.